Hi, gang, Freedom Chef here. I'm hanging out in the backyard. I haven't done a little, the path to self-sufficiency little series to keep Danielle happy. Hey, Danny. I've got my Ravens jersey on because Lamar Jackson's an absolute beast, and it looks like we're going to have a cracker of a year for Arsenal, the Gunners, and the Ravens, my two teams. I haven't had an NRL team. People keep asking me since the Illawarra Steelers merged with the Dragons. Sorry, I couldn't buy into that deal, and I kind of lost a little bit of passion for the game of rugby league during that, and I'm looking forward to the Macarthur FC, the Bulls down there, starting in the A-League. I reckon they'll be pretty cool. So last time we did this little project, we had baby chickens, so I might actually start with them because they're far cuter than what I am. We did lose one, so I've had to sort of relocate them into the bottom of this aviary, but now they're going great guns. They've been down here for the last few weeks. Let's see how we go. There's Mama. Can you see them in there? You can certainly hear them. Where are you little buggers? They're hiding up in the box up there, obviously, because I'm a bit bigger. Down the back there, we've got two of the little black chicks, and we've got three of the yellow/white chicks. But now they're doing great guns. They're really coming along. Probably doubled, tripled in size in the last few weeks, which I think is pretty cool. Other areas of the yard and the garden, still as always, a little bit at a time. It does need a bloody mow, but I've got a plan for that as well coming up. Now I had to change the tyres on the car recently, so I now have 2 tyre layers up with potatoes now growing in it. That was this morning project, and the same over there. So that's horse manure and a bit of whatever. So hopefully we'll have a cracking potato crop to add to the one that's in the garden that I'm about to show. Now the rocket, it's this guy here. It's flowering, which you're supposed to pick it before it flowers, and every gardener seems to have a different idea. I actually want it to sprout because I don't mind if it sort of grows everywhere. I'm hoping to make as much edible stuff in this yard as possible. Same with the broccoli here. I'm sort of hoping these two little plants will just sprout. The spinach is going great guns, and over in the back here, one of the first things I planted was a blackberry bush, and the Freedom puppy decided he wanted to chew it, so it actually looks like it's coming back, so well done. The strawberry bush is seemingly going all right. They're strong. I don't see any fruit yet. The radishes, though, they're starting to come through with some really cool radish, so that's one of our first little harvests. That's pretty exciting stuff, really. Bit of radish for lunch, breakfast, so that's epic. We got some chili plants here that have sort of seemingly taken, some yellow beans. We got the cucumbers over here. They're not sort of looking as happy as some of the others. The original potatoes I planted are here, and they're starting to look pretty good. There's a little tuber coming through there. That's it's not the end of the world. It's looking pretty great. Mr. Orange Tree's doing his thing, which is cool. I'm gonna get some more manure around there, but the $4 bags of horse poo, I'll go and spend $20 and I'll get a few more bags this week because that'll be pretty cool. The olive tree, I had to put a cage over it because again, this little Freedom puppy likes to have the freedom to eat my plants. Bugger. But what I did get, it was a Manzanillo, the Spanish olive. I like olives. It takes a few years to get some real crop out of them. But anyway, the sooner you get them in, the sooner you get something tangible to eat. I've been picking from the kale tree fairly well. It's been growing fairly well, and it's sort of coming back. There looks like there's a bit of an insect problem here we'll have to deal with. Capsicums are going all right. Turnips are happening. We're starting to get some baby turnips there. Again, starting to come through, which is pretty cool, pretty exciting. I think they were 50 cents a pot. So it's hard not to be happy with that. Tomato one's looking like it's going to come up really good. The other one's struggling. Vintage vegetable collection with cabbages and things here. They're all sort of starting to come out. And the little herb pile's doing pretty cool too. So that's pretty exciting. Now, I haven't really made it any further with my water tank plans. It just hasn't sort of fit the schedule. Been an awful lot going on with the Ride for Joe charity and working with Arlene Angus-Fisplenko, who's gunning for a world title, and Obviously setting up Resolute TV Series 2, which is, it's scheduled for 2 weeks. It's taken a bit of time. We've had a few things go on with lockdowns and malarkey getting in the way. But it's coming and it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Compost pile I've started, so you know, all scraps and things are going there, mulching in and mixing out with the $4 bags of horse poo. Down here we've got an eggplant plant, 2 passion fruits, and there's a couple of pumpkin plants in here. Pumpkin looks like it's struggling a bit. Passion fruit seems to be going alright, and if I can work out how to stop the dog from thinking it's the coolest toy in the world, that would help. Lemon tree, I've just put some stakes in there. It's sort of growing at a funny angle. You know, people keep telling me to pee on the things, the orange and the lemon trees, which, you know, I suppose I'm not averse to peeing on fruit trees, I guess. Yeah, the chook yard, these guys have been doing pretty good. Obviously I've removed, I suppose, the old mother hen from here. One of the roosters, I've got too many roosters. I want 2, but I've got a 3rd. One of the young pullets turned out to be, so I've got to find him a new home at some point. This bathtub here is going to end up some sort of fruit and vegetables growing in it, possibly sweet potatoes, I think. This rooster here is the big daddy, and she's mama number 2, so she'll be the next one that I'm anticipating to do baby chickens. And he's very protective. It's not uncommon for him to try and fight me when I come in the cage. He thinks he's a bit of a tough guy. There he is. He's having a bit of a crack. Sit down. Sit down. Settle. So which is sort of it, you know, to be fair. Some people say that's not a good thing. I sort of look at it differently. I think, you know, if he's going to do that to me, if a cat or, I mean, we're not really in fox territory here, but cats exist. You know, and if a cat's going to come and give the chickens a hard time and he's going to deal with them in that manner, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I know you're here, mate. You're alright. So the little Arracunas are giving fairly reasonable eggs. The big guy up there to my left, he's the other rooster that I want to keep because he's a really good looking rooster. And the guy to the right, sort of the pullet. I know I'm interrupting your morning. And the other guy there, he's a pullet rooster, but he's obviously kicked in where he's making a lot of noise now, so I'll need to find him a new home at some point. But again, he's going to fill out to be a really nice looking bird. So we'll rehome him, and he'll be excellent. I'm going to come in here. Most of this wood chip's due. I'm going to do it every couple of weeks. Clean out the wood chip. That goes into the garden. I heard you the first time. And once it goes into the garden, obviously it becomes pretty good compost. And down here, what have we got? We've got, looks like 4 eggs this morning. So we're actually getting a pretty good return on egg investment. What are we at? It's quite funny. The black hen and the black hen, she's pumping out little green eggs. Not off as in the shells are a greeny colour, so she seems to be doing one every 2 days. The little Arracunas give you these tiny little cute eggs. They're pretty cool. I'll grab them out and we'll have a bump and have a look. So, I mean, this is the eggs. Trumpy left a tennis ball here, so that's sort of your size comparison. So they're only small. When chefing, you know, the old 3-egg omelette. With these this size, you're probably do 4-egg omelette. And these guys are having a cracker of a day out in the yard. I've also been putting bags of the horse poo in here as well. So between chicken fertiliser and horse poo, it's all sort of happening. So that's kind of where the yard's up to. It does need a bit of a mow and a bit of a mulch. I'll be on that in the next hour or so. And then I'll pick up some more horse poo. So I guess in a couple of weeks we'll check in with the baby chickens again and the gardens and see what else is growing, because, you know, if nothing else, it's kind of interesting and fun. And I'm certainly no gardening expert. If I can make stuff grow, anyone can. Have a great day, guys. See ya.